Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most significant rumors swirling around the NFL right now. Especially for us Bills fans who are always hungry for that extra edge to get us closer to another Super Bowl appearance. Word on the street, or better yet from sources close to the league, suggests that the Bills are in serious talks to acquire T. Higgins from the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, you heard that right. T. Higgins, a dynamic young receiver who's been making waves in the league, could be donning the blue and red of Buffalo soon. And let me tell you, this isn't just a minor upgrade. It's potentially a game changer that could reshape our offense, and by extension, our entire championship pursuit. Now, before we dive deep into what this could mean for us, let's set the scene. The Bills are sitting at 10-3, comfortably atop the AFC East, holding a tiebreaker over the Miami Dolphins, who are at 9-4. We're in a prime position, but as any Bills fan knows, the ultimate goal isn't just to lead in the division. It's to go all the way, to bring home that elusive Super Bowl. And in today's NFL, making a splash at the right time can be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. That's where T. Higgins comes in. T. Higgins, at just 26 years old, is entering what many analysts are calling his prime. Last year, he exploded with 88 receptions for 250 yards and 11 touchdowns, ranking him among the top 8 wide receivers in the league according to NFL.com. His yards after catch, YAC, average is an elite 60 yards per reception, which means he's not just catching passes, it's yards after the catch that make him a constant threat. His PFF grade last season was an impressive 92, well above his career average of 87. 5, indicating consistent high-level performance. Higgins' height and athleticism allow him to generate about 2-4 yards per route run, and he's accumulated 48 first downs, showing his ability to move the chains effectively. He's also dealt with some adversity, such as a shoulder injury in Week 5 that caused him to miss a game. But overall, his career stats are solid, around 500 yards and 35 touchdowns in 75 games. His EPA, expected points added, per target stands at plus 0.26, and he boasts a 70% contested catch rate, making him a reliable target in tight windows. Plus, he's a deep threat with a 78% success rate versus zone coverage and only allowing a 50% completion rate when targeted. Now, why would the Bills go after Higgins? The Bengals, currently sitting at 5-8 and clearly in a rebuild mode with Joe Burrow's QBR at 85.3, are facing some tough decisions. They've struggled defensively, giving up around 30 points per game, and with their cap situation, they're prioritizing cap space, about $19 million free, overextending Higgins at $28 million per year. The Bengals are looking to rebuild, and Higgins, despite his young age, might be on the block. This is where we come in. The Bills, with about $24 million in cap space, could easily absorb the contract, especially considering what Higgins could bring to the table. Imagine pairing him with Stefon Diggs, who's arguably one of the best route runners and playmakers in the league. Higgins, at 64, adds that big-bodied, contested catch weapon that complements Diggs' precise route running and yards after catch ability. Together, they could form one of the league's most dangerous receiving duos, giving Josh Allen an even more explosive arsenal. Let's talk about the football impact. If Higgins joins Buffalo, he immediately becomes the top target for Allen, elevating the passing game significantly. His addition could push our passing yards per game from around 235 to nearly 285, while red zone efficiency could see a boost of about 17%. That kind of upgrade is huge, especially as we gear up for the playoffs. Higgins' presence would also open up more opportunities for Khalil Shakir, who's been quietly productive with 850 yards in 2025 and an impressive PFF grade of 85. 7. Defenses would have to account for both of these playmakers, stretching the field and creating mismatches. And let's not forget how this would impact our overall strategy. Higgins' ability to generate about 400 yards combined with Diggs' production could push our offense into a new stratosphere. With a duel like this, the Bills could resemble the potent passing attacks of the early 2010s Patriots, with a balanced attack that keeps defenses guessing. The potential for increased third-down conversions, up by 15%, and more sustained drives could be the difference in tight playoff games. Now, some skeptics might bring up the Bengals' reluctance to let go of Higgins at that $28 million per year price tag. They're prioritizing cap space for their defensive line and offensive line, trying to shore up a defense that's been leaking points all season. But for us, with a comfortable cap situation, acquiring Higgins makes perfect sense. It's a move that signals we're going all in, that we're serious about competing at the highest level, even if it costs a draft pick or a rotational receiver. And if you think about the overall impact on Super Bowl odds, this kind of move could be transformative. According to DraftKings, the Bills' odds to win the Super Bowl could jump from plus 600 to plus 300 with Higgins in the fold. That's a massive boost, especially considering how much of a difference a true number one receiver makes in the playoffs. His ability to make contested catches, especially in clutch moments, adds an X factor to our team. Imagine him running precise routes against zone defenses with a high success rate and helping Allen extend drives in critical moments. That's the kind of upgrade that could turn close games into wins, especially against tough teams like the Chiefs in the playoffs, where route precision and yards after catch are crucial. This isn't just about adding talent, it's about reshaping our offensive identity. Higgins brings a combination of size, speed, and reliability that could push Buffalo into a new era of explosive, high-powered offense. It's about elevating the team to a level where yards are forged through big plays and contested catches, turning us into a matchup nightmare. Think about the potential red zone success, with Higgins providing those jump ball opportunities, and Allen having even more options at his disposal. Of course, this kind of move isn't without its questions. Will the Bengals accept a first-round pick plus a rotational receiver? Can the Bills fit Higgins into their cap comfortably? How will this affect team chemistry? But knowing the Bills' front office, they're always looking for that extra edge, and this could be the perfect move at the perfect time. The season isn't over yet, and with such a move, we might be looking at a team that's not just good enough to make the playoffs, but built to dominate in January and beyond. So, Bills Mafia, I want you to imagine the possibilities. A revamped offense that strikes fear into defenses, a team that can outscore anyone on any given day, and a shot at finally bringing that Lombardi trophy back home. Higgins could be the missing piece that launches us into that new echelon of NFL contenders. It's an exciting time with a lot of moving parts and rumors swirling around, but one thing is for sure. If this deal goes through, the Bills are saying loud and clear, they're here to win now and they're not holding back. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, if the Bills manage to land T. Higgins, it's not just about this season. It's about setting a foundation for sustained success. With Josh Allen's arm and Higgins' ability to make contested catches and rack up yards after the catch, the Bills could take a giant leap forward, making their mark as one of the premier offenses in the league. Plus, with the playoffs on the horizon, having that extra firepower could be the deciding factor in tight games, especially when facing top-tier teams like the Chiefs or the Bengals themselves, should they meet again. And let's not forget the locker room. Adding a player of Higgins' caliber can elevate the confidence of our entire offense. It sends a message that Buffalo isn't just content with good regular seasons. We want to be champions. The chemistry between Allen and Higgins, if they connect early, could resemble some of the most dynamic duos in recent NFL history. That's the kind of excitement that keeps Bills fans dreaming of the ultimate prize. In conclusion, this move, if it materializes, could be the catalyst for our next great chapter. It's about more than just adding a receiver. It's about transforming our entire offensive identity, boosting our Super Bowl odds, and giving us a real shot at history. The Bills' front office has a chance to make a bold statement, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it unfolds. The future looks bright, and with Higgins potentially in the mix, we might be on the verge of something truly special. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Buffalo Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news.